Hello and welcome back to Adonia Academy. This is Maria here and it's lovely to see you guys back again. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so that you get notified when I upload a new video every week. In this video, let me show you how to make this two-tiered whipped cream cake, a much requested video from everyone. So let's get started. Now I'm using non-dairy whipping cream because where I live in India, there is no option to use a whipping cream which is dairy based. So all of us use non-dairy whipping cream and there is nothing fresh about this, so please don't call this fresh cream. So you need to thaw them. They are always kept frozen, and you pour cold thawed cream into a steel bowl, about a cup or two, and with a hand beater just beat the hell out of it on high speed for about 10 to 12 minutes, and there you go, stiff peaks just like that. It's already stabilized with a lot of I don't know what, so you don't need to add anything. You can add a little bit of icing sugar if you feel it's a little less sweet, but it's already pre-sweetened, so I don't add anything. I'll leave a note at the end of the video to the different brands available and what I prefer. So I'm taking a 6-inch cake and start stacking like so. If you see, you can see how the cream is whipped to a nice stiff consistency. So I'm just doing a crumb coat with a small offset spatula. Make sure to work in a cold AC room. Do not attempt to work in a hot or humid kitchen, especially if the weather conditions do not permit. I'm using a metal bench scraper, and after the crumb coat, we'll put it in the freezer for about half an hour to set. I'm doing the same with my 8-inch cake, crumb coat and chilling it in the freezer for half an hour. Both the cakes have a cake board underneath, I forgot to mention that, which is slightly larger than the cake itself so that you have room to put your cream. After half an hour in the freezer, when the cake is nice and chilled and doesn't stick back to your fingers, transfer your whipped cream into a piping bag and start doing the final coat like so. At this stage, transfer your cake to the final presentation board and use a little bit of royal icing or melted chocolate to stick the board to each other. Again, I'm using a metal bench scraper. You can also use a plastic scraper if you have, and with a gentle hand work to smoothen out the sides of your cake like so. Whenever you're working with whipped cream, remember whipped cream is very light in texture. It's not like your buttercream or your ganache. So you need a very light hand, and if you notice the way I'm holding the spatula, I'm not holding it flat against the cake but at an angle. So be a little patient, take a little time and work towards getting a good finish with sharp edges and clean sides. See how I'm holding the spatula at an angle and not flat to smoothen the cake. Wipe your board and continue working. I understand working with whipped creams, cakes can be challenging, especially in a hot and humid place like we live, but the more you do it, the better you will get at it, so keep practicing. At this stage, I'm using a little bit of lukewarm water in a bowl to dip my spatula so that I can continue working on my cake and smoothing it as I go along. Be sure to see the end of the video where I'll post some tips and tricks to keep in mind while working with whipped cream. Continue working with your warm spatula and a warm metal bench scraper until you're satisfied, and put it in the freezer again for half an hour to chill. I've made some white chocolate ganache. The recipe is in the description box below, and I'm adding a little bit of purple gel food color for the drips. Mix it in. Your ganache should be nice and smooth and shiny. pour it into a piping bag and set it aside. Now my cakes are nice and chilled. Now I'm stacking them. I'm using bubble tea straws. You can also use wooden skewers or dowels to dowel them. So I'm using 4 bubble tea straws and inserting a wooden dowel. The board below the 6-inch cake already has a hole, and I'm gently lifting up the chilled cake and sliding it over the 8-inch cake like so. Now let's start the drips. I've cut a small tip on the piping bag and start dripping. Your cake has to be really chilled so that your drips flow nicely and set. Do the same for the top tier, and I mixed a little bit of light lavender color, gel color to the whipped cream and decorating it with some rosettes. Add some dots. I'm cutting out few fondant leaves out of white fondant, of course, and applying some dry silver luster dust on it. This adds a nice shimmer detailing to your cake. Place it on your cake between the rosettes and you're all set to go. There you have it, whipped cream 2-tier cake. If you have any questions at all, please post it in the description box. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give this a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment section what other kind of videos you would like to see. Stay connected on social media. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. The link is in the description box below. Until next time, love you. Bye.